Hello, I welcome you all to Maths Teachers. So here we have multiplication of number base, and we'll have some examples on the board. Please, if you are here and you have not started following us or you have not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, okay? And share the videos and comment as well. You can share any question that you have. If you have any question in any topic that is confusing to you, you can share it on the comment section and I promise to respond, okay? So we have these questions we want to look at for us to understand multiplication of number base. So we have the first one. So let's look at the solution. The first one is what? We have 3, 2, 1 in base 6 times 25 in base 6, okay? So let's multiply this. This will give us 3, 2, 1, which is in base what? 6, okay? Times what? Times 25, which is in base 6. So we multiply. So mind you, always be mindful of the base, okay? So we have 5 times 1 is not up to 6. So we write 5 times 1 is what? 5. 5 is not up to 6. So we write the 5 as it is. 5 times 2 is what? Is 10. So 10 is more than 6, okay? So what you have to do here is you subtract 6 from it. So that 10 minus 6 will give us 4. 4 is not up to 6, so we'll write 4. So how many times did we minus 6? So just one time. So that means we're having just one, okay? So now we're having just one here. So 5 times 3 is what? 15. Plus that one, which is what? 16. 16 is more than 6. So you have to subtract 6 from it. So 16 minus 6 is 10. 10 is still more than 6, okay? So you have to subtract another 6 from that 10. So 10 minus 6 is what? Is 4. 4. What we have now is less than the base. So you write it down. So here we have 4. How many times do you subtract 6 to get 4? 2 times. So we're having 2. So that means we're having 2. Now, there is nothing to multiply here again. There's nothing 5 can multiply. So you bring down your 2 here, okay? So we'll go to 2. 2 times 1 is what? Is 2, which is not up to 6. So you write down your 2. 2 times 2 is 4, which is not up to 6. So you write down your 4. 2 times 3 is what? 6. 6 is up to 6, okay? And these are in base 6. And you cannot have a number that is up to 6 in base 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. You subtract 6, that base, which is 6 from it, which will give us what? 6 minus 6 is what? 0. How many times did we subtract 6? Just one time. So we're having 1, okay? There is nothing 2 can multiply again. So you bring down the 1 here, okay? So now you have to now add. Mind you, in our previous video, you look at how to add numbers under number base. So the multiplication we did is in base 6. The addition also will be in what? Base 6. So let's add 5. That is nothing here. So we'll 5. So we'll have 5 here. Now 2 plus 4 plus 2 is what? 6. Is up to 6, okay? So you have to subtract 6 from it. That means 6 minus 6 is what? 0. So how many times we do subtract 6? Just one time. So we're having 1, okay? Now 4 plus 4 is what? Is 8. Plus the one we have here, which is what? Which is 9. So 9 is more than 6, okay? You have to subtract 6 from it. So 9 minus 6 is what? Is 3, okay? So we're having 1, okay? So 2 plus this is what? Is 2. Plus that one, which is what? 3. 3 is not up to 6, so you write down your 3. Now, this is 1, and there is nothing to add with it, so we'll have 1, okay? So this is our final answer in what? In base 6, okay? So let's look at the second one, which says, this is in base 2. We are multiplying in base 2 now. So let's look at it. So that is number 2. We have 1, 1, 0, okay, 1, 0, 1, 1 in base 2 times 1, 1, 0, 1 in base 2. So let's multiply this. So we have 1, 0, 1, 1 in base 2 times what? Times, okay, let's because I don't want it to cross over to this side. So we have 1, 0, 1, 1 in base 2 times what? 1, 1, 0, 1, which is also in base 2. So let's multiply. Now we are multiplying in base 2. So 1 times 1 is 1, it's not up to 2. 1 times 1 is 1, it's not up to 2. 1 times 0 is 0, it's not up to 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, 0 times 1 is what? Is 0. 0 times this is 0. 0 times this is 0. 0 times this is what? Is 0. So we have 1 times 1 is 1, is not up to 2. 1 times 1 is what? 1. 1 times 0 is what? 0. 1 times 1 is what? 1. So 1 times 1 is what? Is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is what? 0. 1 times 1 is what? 1. So now we add. Okay? So this is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. It's not up to 2. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is what? 1. 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 is what? 3. 3 is more than 2. So you have to subtract 2 from it. So 3 minus 2 is what? 1 remaining. So we're having, we subtracted just once. We subtracted 2 once. So we're having 1. Okay, 0 plus 0 plus 1 is what? 1 plus that 1, which is what? 2, is up to 2. So we subtract 2, that will give us 2 minus, which is what? 0. We subtracted just 1 time, so having 1. 1 plus 0 plus that 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is what? Is 0. We have just 1. So this is 1, okay, plus that one, which is 2, okay. So the 2 is up to 2. So you subtract 2 from which is what? 0. We subtracted just 1 time. So having 1. So there's nothing to add again. So you build on the 1 here. So this is our answer in what? In base 2. Okay. So the next one is, that is number 3. We're having, he said, if 2, 3, 1 in base 4 times 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 in base 2 is equals to n in base 6. Find n. Now look at this question. This is a common WAEC JAMB NECO question. Okay, you are multiplying, and you are told that this is equals to this. So you can see this is a different base, this is a different base, and the answer, you expected to get the answer in a different base, which is what? Base 6. So when you have this type of problem, you cannot solve it like this. Okay, you cannot use the former method, this method I use here, or this one. You cannot use it here. So what you have to do here, since they are in different base, what you have to do here is find out what the numbers are in base 10. Okay, get your answers in base 10. At the end of the day, you convert to the answer that you are required to get. Okay, so we have to convert this to base 10, convert this to base 10, and know what they are. Then at the end of the day, we times in base 10, and then we'll convert to what? To the answer, which is what? Base 6. So let's go on. So here, convert to what? Convert to base 10. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 1, which is in base 4. Let's convert that to base 10. So we have, this is their place values are what? 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we have 2 times 4 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 times 4 raised to the power of 1 plus 1 times 4 raised to the power of 0. So this will give us what? 2 times what? 16 plus 3 times 4 plus 1 times what? 1. And that will give us what? This times this will give us what? 32 plus this times this will give us what? Will give us 12 plus what? 1. Okay, so this will give us 32 plus 12 will give us what? 44 plus 1, that will give us 45 in base what? In base 10. Okay, so we have to find out what this is also in base 10. So we have, let me clean this side. So we have what? We have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 in base 2. Let's find out what it is in base 10. Okay, this is in base 2. So that will give us what? Their place values are what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 times 2 raised to the power of 4 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 3 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of what? 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of what? 0. Okay? So that will give us what? 1 times what? 2 raised to the power of 4 is what? Is 16 plus 0 times what? 8 plus 1 times what? 4 plus 0 times what? 2 plus 1 times what? 1. And that will give us 16 plus what? 0 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1. And that will give us this plus this will give us what? 21 in base what? In base 10. So we have 45 in base what? In base 10 times what? And we have succeeded in converting this to base 10, which is what? Which is what? We got 20 what? 21. Okay, so we multiply this together, which is also in base 10. 1 times 5 is what? 5. 1 times 4 is what? Is 4. 2 times 5 is what? 10. So you write down 0, carry 1. Now, 2 times 4 is what? Is 8 plus that one, which is what? 9. So we have what? We have this, we have 5, we have 4, we have 9. 9, 4, 5. So we divide all two with 6. So we have 945 divided by 6, which will give us what? 157. Remember what? 3. 157 divided by 6, which will give us what? 26. Remember what? 1. 26 divided by 6. That will give us what? That will give us 4. Remember what? Remember 2. So 4 divided by 6 will give us 0. Remember what? 4. So we count upward. So our answer is what? Will give us 4, 2, 1, 3 in base what? In base 6. So therefore, 2, 3, 1 in base 4 times 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 in base 2 is equal to what? 4, 2, 1, 3 in base what? In base 6. So our n, they say find n. So our n, therefore, our n is equal to what? 4, 2, 1, 3. Is equal to 4, 2, 1, 3. So this is the answer. So please, I want you to try this. Try the last one, which is number 4, which is 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 in base 3 times what? 2, 0, 1 in base what? 3. So try this and share your answer